see it everywhere on YouTube. Young, successful entrepreneurs coaching you and claiming how easy it is to create a business or side hustle, earning 2K or 4K or even 10K a month. But is it really as simple as that? That's something what I would like to explore this year. I brainstormed a few business ideas and chose the simplest one. I created a brand and tried to sell my own 3D printed products. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy or challenging it was, and that not everything is as rosy as promised here on YouTube. So stay with me till the end of this episode. I believe these experiences could be very helpful for your starting business. But at first, let's wash myself a bit. I've always dreamed of having my own business, but as many people, I spent years with thinking about that innovative and unique idea that no one else has. But let me tell you something, this innovative and unique idea usually doesn't come. It took me a long time to realize that I don't need anything unique and special to start my business. Take craftsman, for example. Is plumbing something unique? I don't think so. Yet every year, hundreds and thousands of new plumbers are starting their businesses. Another example, real estate agents. Is this something unique? Not at all. In fact, I personally know a great guy who started recently a real estate agency, and guess what? He's doing quite well. You need to start with something in demand, something people need, something that solves a problem for them, or something that brings them joy and satisfaction, which was ultimately my choice. I decided to start my business while still working, and I highly recommend doing the same. Quitting your job and then trying to start a business, you have to be pretty sure it will work. To me, that's crazy. And since I had no experience with running a business, I decided to start with a very simple yet highly popular model, 3D printed products. That's how the brand Woodkami was born. Jewelry from a 3D printer combined with reclaimed wood. The beginnings were filled with enthusiasm and passion, so everything moved quite quickly. I bought the necessary equipment, sketched the first product designs, created the initial prototypes, and fine-tuned the production process as an engineer. All of that was very straightforward for me. What was completely new, though, was marketing, promotion, and sales. But I designed my first e-shop. Nowadays, there are plenty of platforms where you can create a basic version over a single weekend. However, the real challenge lies in the design and visuals. Everything needs to be crafted to entice potential customers to make a purchase. And that's where I made my first mistake. You know that whatever you create yourself always seems great, right? But believe me, step back and look at it again and ask yourself a question. Would I buy something here? Fortunately, I soon realized that my website looked more like Wikipedia than a modern e-commerce site with trendy products for cool people. So I grabbed my camera, bought a photo box and started over. I created a completely new e-commerce site that looks more professional and people are actually visiting it now. And alongside this, it was necessary to promote the brand on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. Here, just a quick recap of my experiences. For selling fancy products nowadays, Instagram is the way to go. This social network is where people crave beautiful and design-oriented products. And my Instagram presence is generally growing there. The downside is that organic growth is very slow these days unless you hit a trending niche spot on. And if you are not keen on waiting long, you'll need to give your posts a boost with paid advertising. And how much does this fun cost? I'm not in a rush, so I budget around $5 per day for boosting posts. And on average, this investment brings me about 5 new followers per day. Facebook. In my experience, if you want to sell something, Facebook is good for selling just your grandmother's old armchair. it isn't worth spending much effort there for selling brand new design products. There is just no target audience. And TikTok? Again, this is just my experience, but I don't think sales thrive here. People go on TikTok for crazy short videos that are catchy and fun, but don't necessarily provide much value. Do people really buy things through TikTok? I doubt it. The only advantage is that videos have the same format across all three platforms, so it's worth trying to utilize all three. After fine-tuning the eShop and all social media profiles, it was time to produce the first proper batch, design fancy packaging for the products, set up a bank account, register the business, and that was it. And I didn't want to rely solely on the online environment, so I approached several brick-and-mortar stores and arranged with them to display our products for a small fee. For now, I have products in Prague, Hradec Králové, and even in Bratislava. You're probably wondering how it's all going. And here I have to admit, after watching all those motivational videos about people making millions on Etsy selling stickers and such, I was filled with optimism. However, the reality is much harsher and tougher. I'm not saying that there are no sales, but to be fully transparent, I'm currently about $1,000 in the red. And they say building a brand takes time, and people need to become familiar with and identify with new products first. And statistics suggest that the average person buys your product only after seeing it 6 to 10 times. Well, at least here in the Czech Republic. However, it's also possible that I didn't quite hit the taste of people in the Czech Republic. Therefore, in the coming days, we will approach more brick-and-mortar stores in Germany, Austria, and other countries. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see how this all turns out. Moreover, in September, I'm launching another company focused on digital products. Are you curious about what it will be and how it will go? Subscribe and stay with me to find out. Now let's get back to the topic. So back to the quick question, is it easy to start a side hustle? I think it depends, but I have to say that starting up even something as seemingly trivial as 3D printed jewelry took far more effort than I expected. It's a total myth to think that you can design or create something over a weekend and then earn 5K a month. Everything that should bring you a lot of money will take time. You can speed it up, but it will cost you money and you'll need to hire people to help you. So I'm not all surprised that a lot of people never get into something like this, and many of those who do don't make it into a running company. If I consider all the preparations, product sketching, photography, selling media content creation and so on, I estimate a month of full-time work just to start. So can you still call it a side hustle? And we are talking about a simple jewelry business here. And I'm still having a full-time corporate job, so I couldn't devote all my time to the startup. So it took me much longer than 1 month. The first sale didn't come until the 3rd month after launch. And if you take just Instagram, it's a never-ending story. You have to create new reels every week or perhaps every day to reach a new audience. And my results, I created 62 posts and reels in the last 3 months, and it brought me only 176 followers. Of course, you might say, I can do it better. And maybe you can, and absolutely, I'm not an Instagram professional. But no offense, if you are watching this video, you probably aren't either. And why am I telling this to you? Just keep in mind that building an audience today is very difficult and requires a lot of effort. I think that starting a side hustle just for the sake of seeing a big profit is a complete myth. There might be examples where it's really easy, but I don't think you can start anything overnight with minimal effort. And that's just it. If I don't enjoy it, I'll quit after a week. You keep working, and the results are nowhere to be seen for a long time. So the question is, can any side hustle bring a lot of money? I'm starting to doubt it. You can probably earn a lot of money with 3D printed jewelry, but it would require a lot of effort, marketing and selling. So we can't call it a side hustle anymore, in my opinion. So what's the takeaway? Be patient when you watch all the motivational videos about how to earn easy money alongside your regular job. Maybe somebody really does, but I just don't believe that everyone can be so lucky. So now, maybe you ask yourself, Should I start a side hustle or not? Me personally, looking back, even though the business doesn't bring in much money yet, it's a very valuable experience that no one can take away from me. You need to find something that attracts you at least a little bit and enjoy the journey, even if it's sometimes very challenging and without immediate results. And I think it's better to try something, even if it doesn't work out, than to regret never having tried at all. And how about you? Have you already started your side hustle, or are you just about to? Leave a comment below, and I'd love to hear about your experiences or your channel. Let's enjoy summer and the holidays. Take care and see you again soon.